We're here at the wheelie lot. Another wheelie video for you guys. I made one last summer. This is an update since I got so much better at wheeling. We got Spurb here with the R1. He can actually scrape the R1, believe it or not. As you can see here and here, he's very good. A scrape's a scrape. But anyway, I'm just gonna go through a couple of tips to help you guys start wheeling. All right, first thing first, just hand position. You want 1 finger or 2 fingers on the clutch. You don't want to go 4 fingers. What? First thing first, you got to loop it. First things first, you got to get past your first crash. That's how you do it. How many fingers do you wheelie with, like on the clutch? He puts 1. You ever put all 4? Don't put all 4, because you will literally fly off. You're gonna go like this and let go, and just your hand's gonna fly off. You want 1 or 2 fingers like this, and you don't need to overhold the clutch, right? So I'm gonna start the bike. Ready? You don't need to go like this, and then you don't do that. You don't do that. You go like this. It's just a little tap. It's like that. It's just boom, and that's it, and you're in the air. Okay, now obviously depending on your bike power, cc, whatever bike you have, you need to add different amounts of throttle. This bike comes up pretty easy, so it's pretty easy to do. It's just a little tap, and again, you got to know which gear you want to be in. So I recommend first and second. Obviously the higher the gear, the faster you got to be going, and the more clutch you got to use. First gear should come up relatively easy, so it's you tap it, give it some gas, let it go. It's quick motion like that, and you're in the air. Shout out to Protein Shake, whatever brand that is. Shout out. Look at this man, bro. Oh my God. Anyway, let me go through a couple of runs for you guys. So start your bike, 1 finger on the clutch, as usual, like you're riding. I'm gonna hope you guys don't ride with all 4 fingers like this. Okay, I don't even know how you do that. I go 1 finger, pop it into gear, start rolling. So you're rolling. Now, first step is going to be just being able to get it off the ground. You want to get the bike off the ground. Okay, once you can do that, so again, it's like that. See, the bike hops up. The bike pops up, right? All right, so the bike pops up. Next thing you want to work on is your rear brake. So every time you pop that bike up, you hit the rear brake. You got to like, I'm tapping my rear brake right now, and I can feel that it's stopping the bike. Ready? Tap, 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 tap. I'm stopping, right? So I know my rear brake works. And that's exactly what you want to do when you're wheeling. So I'm going to go up, tap to put it down. I didn't let go of the throttle. My throttle hand was the same on super low throttle, right? I wasn't giving it full gas, but I was still on the throttle, and I pushed the brake, and I went down. So I know that the rear brake puts me down. Let's do it again. And rear brake put me down. See, I did let go of the throttle. Now, you just want to keep practicing that until you're able to get higher and higher. And see, as I'm leaning back, I'm just tapping the rear brake. Every time that I get too far back to where I'm like, okay, I might fall, I just tap that rear brake, and it puts me lower. I don't have to go all the way down. I just tap it a little, give it a little tap, it puts me a little bit down. Right, so let's do that again. Whee! Tap, tap. See? It puts me lower and lower. Let's see some work. Let me see something. Let's see the master. The master do some work. Shout out to a little kid on the dirt bike. Hey! See? He goes back, taps that rear brake. Goes back, taps that rear brake. And that's all you really need to do. You don't want to be going, you know, you'll feel when you're falling back. If your miles per hour are increasing, that means you're chasing the wheelie. That was clean. That was clean. Let me see a knee knock. Second gear knee knock. You could do it. I know you can. Yeah, it's not enough room. You're right. Let me show you guys a knee knock. And that's really it. It's not complicated. You just, you know, you get higher and higher. Make sure you're trusting that rear brake. Your foot is on the rear brake. People say it all the time, like, oh, you gotta trust your rear brake. Dude, it's... Yo, what's the most important part in wheelies?
Your brake.
Your brake, right? So once you get a feel for the brake, you shouldn't fall, right? That's your only savior, is your brake.
Yeah, at the end of the day, once you get confident with your brake, you have to trust it. That's the thing, people don't trust their brake.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
So like when you put it back there, it's almost, this is like a net you're gonna fall into. So you throw it back and then you drop it back, and your brake is what's you're gonna drop into that.
Exactly. And if you ever get too far where you're not comfortable, you just tap that brake and you're literally gonna go back down.
Yeah, that's the habit that nobody has. Everyone has a habit of, I'm going too far back, take my feet off and fucking pray for dear life. No. If you're too far back and you let go of the gas, the bike's gonna keep going back. So you need to make a new habit of, and this is where crashing, it's bad to say, but you do need to crash first before you get the habit. The habit is, anytime you're like, oh shit.
It's pretty sad, but most people will crash learning wheelies.
Yeah.
And then they'll learn. They'll learn, but they're gonna crash first.
Yeah, exactly. So you need to make a habit of, every time you're like, oh shit,
you
brake.
Every time you have an oh shit moment, tap that brake or slam it. It does not matter. You're going down. If you touch the brake, your bike will be put down back on two wheels. And that's pretty much it. It's nothing complicated. Practice your rear brake, practice your throttle control. You don't want to be what? You don't want to do that. You want to have smooth, steady throttle control, right? And smooth, steady brake. That's really it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Hit me with the pose. All right, boys. Peace.